Yes, this is a model of a muscle cell, also known as a muscle fiber. If we look here, we can see a cross section of a muscle cell. This area that we see on the outside going around, looking like a cell membrane, has a special name in a muscle cell. It's called the sarcolemma. Okay, this area of jelly-like substance that the organelles are floating in this cell is called the sarcoplasm. And then we even rename the endoplasmic reticulum in a muscle cell. And this tan area that we see right here is called the sarcoplasmic reticulum. And it's very important for storing and releasing calcium when we need it for muscle contraction. We see here we've got these little red things. Okay, these we learned about in biology. These are the mitochondria, and these are going to be responsible for making the energy in the form of ATP that's going to be needed for muscle contraction to allow muscle to move. Right. Also, if we look here, these areas that we see, a big round grouping of fibers that we see going throughout the muscle cells, these are called the myofibrils, and they're going to extend through the length of the muscle. And if we look here, we can break down those myofibrils into different sections. Here we have the thin filaments, named because they're kind of skinny. We've got the thick filaments that are named because they're a little bit fatter and larger. Okay, and what we're going to see is that when we have a section of thin and thick filaments working together, they can slide past one another, shortening the whole length of the fiber, thus the muscle. And that area of thick and thin filaments together is called a sarcomere. So a section of each of these that can slide past one another will be a sarcomere. Those are the functional units of a muscle fiber because that shortening will allow a muscle to contract.